in New Zealand. So today the conversation is about India's chances in the ongoing ICC World Cup. Anurag, क्या लग रहा है तुझे?
मेरा ये मानना है कि इंडिया को सेमीफाइनल में ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ अगर मैच आएगा तो आई एम नॉट वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अदरवाइज इंडिया इज गोइंग टू रीच फाइनल वेरी इजीली ओनली वन टीम विच इज थॉर्न जो लोग वो बोलते हैं कि टीम में थॉर्न वो है ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड विच इज वेरी मच लाइकली बिकॉज इंडिया माई टॉप द ग्रुप विथ न्यूजीलैंड ऑन द सेकंड प्लेस साउथ अफ्रीका थर्ड एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया फोर्थ
Hmm.
but that might change as the games are going to progress क्योंकि अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया will win most of their matches people have written them off I have not because they are a big world cup team always been.
But what about? So you think only the threat is from Australia?
Yes,
But we have beaten Australia by match
because you
number
have
one. And
we have
do you
beaten
know the record?
Australia in
No, no.
Chepak, which is a spinning track, but we are going to face Australia or any other team either in Calcutta or Wankhede, which is not the same track, which both can assist fast bowlers on their day, especially on the night time.
नहीं यार. If you see India's record, past record, India has won the World Cup two times, 1983 and 2011. And in both the World Cups, India beat Australia in the league matches. If India beats Australia in the league matches, that is the time India goes and wins the World Cup. Rest all the World Cups, Australia has beaten India.
No, India beat Australia in the semi-final, which sorry quarter-final, which was in Ahmedabad. India did not play Australia in 2011 World Cup till they met in quarter-final, which was won by India because till that time Australia was not beaten in World Cup from 1999.
Yeah,
They've won all the
they have won the World Cup
matches.
five times, but I am just going by the history only. I'm just going by the history of what has happened, the stats. The other thing is, तुझे लग रहा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया इंडिया में जीतेगा? ऑस्ट्रेलिया विल विन इन इंडिया?
Yes.
आई मीन
उसके
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का रिकॉर्ड इज नॉट दैट ग्रेट इन इंडिया. या अगर मैच है
नहीं
ना साउथ अफ्रीका में हो रहा है, वेस्ट
if
इंडीज में हो
you
रहा है.
agar if you look at the records, Australia is the only team who has won more more one day international matches in India against India. England has come and lost. Sri Lanka has come and lost. South Africa has come and lost. Only Australia is the team who have beaten Australia. Even in this March, they have a series. Before they have the another series, they have tied up 2-2. But Australia has a history of playing good one-day cricket in India. The reason being they've won in 1987. Second, they are the
1987.
only team. They are the only team which has most of the players who play in IPL. Their support system or their support coaching staff is the has the highest ratio who train Indian IPL teams. So they are very much aware of Indian conditions, to be honest. And as I said before, क्योंकि वो वर्ल्ड कप में बिग टीम है, they've just won World Cup anyway, T20 or 2015 or they, last year. So I feel that Australia is still the team which people have written them off, but I'm not.
अच्छा. No, I'm not writing Australia now because they are there is something called peaking at the right time.
Yes.
And a lot of the guys are saying that India has peaked very early. हमारा peak already हो चुका है. तो once you reach the peak, then the only way is down, right? But Australia, I am with you. Australia cannot be written off. No, because
I
उनका जो है उनका जो सिस्टम है ना, वो इट इज अ फाइटर सिस्टम. दे आर लर्न दे. हाँ, उनमें है वो फाइट करने का, टू कम बैक, व्हेन एवरीबॉडी हैज लाइक रिटर्न. वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है. सो आई कंप्लीटली एग्री विथ यू. लेकिन
so from
गो
today,
अहेड एंड
two
विन द
matches
वर्ल्ड
are
कप.
very crucial. Three matches which will decide how good India chances are. First game, New Zealand versus Australia. Second game is New Zealand versus South Africa. And third game is India versus South Africa. Once these three games are played, then I will tell you that how what we're discussing now and why I was so sure. I understand that Africa ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को beat किया है. That is aside. But now these three games will decide if India has a better chance of winning this World Cup or not. Depends on those three results. If those three results are like New Zealand beating Australia, then this conversation is over because Australia is gone. And if New Zealand has beaten South Africa, then again that means this World Cup is between India and New Zealand only. Matter finish. And if India beats South Africa, then again the same thing again. But saying that, as you said, we just don't know till we've seen these three games actually.
But I would, going in the league because there is still चार match बचे हुए, right? I want to see Rohit and Virat getting out cheaply. I want the team to be exposed in the league matches, not exposed in a semi-final. It's too late, right? India needs to have at least one match or two match where Rohit and Kohli they get out
Correct.
early. So yes,
Correct.
we will still go through the semis, but I think when we go through the semis and that when Kohli and Rohit get out, and then the pressure is on Gill, Shreyas, Rahul, Jadeja, Pandya, whoever or Surya Kumar, whoever is playing. When the pressure is on those five, and especially if you are chasing, there's a target of 280, 300, something like that, and these two are gone. India should be exposed to that, that before the semis, because semis में आया ना, it will be panic because उसमें क्या है panic, and India does not do well in panic, you
So
know.
only one match I feel that this may happen, which is in Calcutta, India versus South Africa. I don't think so that Lucknow will give us that chance because Lucknow is a spinning track. India bowling will dominate against England, and England will be not that great anyway, as of now.
Yeah,
और तेरा बात सही है क्योंकि आई वांट जैसे गवास्कर ने भी बोला है कि शुभम गिल और सुरेश अय्यर दे आर नॉट वैल्यूइंग देयर विकेट दे आर throwing away their wicket after 50-60. I want them to stay and score a century or even stay not out. That is where it counts. Like Kohli, stay not out. Like others, like Jadeja, we always bank on. He will try his best. Hardik Pandya, not sure after the injury. But you're right. Those two youngsters, if they want to do something much better in future, they have to stay not out in any circumstances. Even you lose,
why do you
but
think?
you have to be there.
Yeah, I agree with you, but why do you think? Okay, why do you think the players that you mentioned, Gill and Shreyas, why you think, and why they are throwing the wickets away? Is it because of T20 hangover?
Because they don't know the value of their wicket. Correct. I mean the value of wicket in
So
the sense that
they haven't
the
played
match,
ODI. They
the
haven't
match
played ODI.
situation. Yeah, the correct. The match situation. The format in their mind is like we have to go like keep on scoring shots, and if we get out and so we get out, no, you have to score the shots in a way, you have to build the innings so you stay till the end. Like don't depend on Kohli all the time, as you said, don't depend on Rohit Sharma all the time. So these two youngsters have to play like we have to preserve our wicket and play the game what we know, and that is called the confidence cricket shown by Kohli at the moment. And we know that everybody can't be Kohli, but at least they can be in that mindset actually.
I think also because these players, it's not their fault. It's not their fault, but they haven't played ODI, and ODI is a different thing compared to T20. In T20, if you have early wickets, it's game over, right?
Yeah,
Because if you take a quick 2-3 wickets and you are chasing, it's game over. There's no way you're
correct,
gonna win it. But in ODI, you have the time. Even
correct.
if you lose a quick 2-3 wickets, like it happened in Australia match, right? We were,
Yes,
you know, 3 wickets down for 5 runs,
correct.
and who were Ishan gone, Rohit gone, and Shreyas gone,
Yeah,
and then Kohli and
Kohli and
Rahul.
Rahul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were there. They were there from over number 3, and they took us home. because there is an art to ODI, and that I think the youngster, it's not, it's again as I said, उनका mistake है नहीं, exposure ही नहीं मिला है ODI. आजकल कौन खेल रहा है? A lot of people are saying कि ODI format will be retired after this. What do you think about that?
Correct.
Is this the
I
last?
personally I
Yeah.
personally feel that it is somewhere sitting between T20 and Test cricket, and it might go back to where the teams will be playing only World Cup, or if they can change the format, like bring out 20 overs innings, like three or four times in a whole match, has been suggested by the past some great cricketers, because then they're going to bring the freshness, the result can turn anyway, like say like in T20, you don't know. Same way, if the team say lost 5 wickets for 60 runs, you know that the team will not score more than 250 or 300 until unless there's a one special inning. Same way, same with the bowling. If you say get a bowler who can bowl like 5 wickets taken by him,
Hmm.
and like for 30 overs, the other team is gone, or a batsman who is like not getting out till 250 for one, that means that team will score 390, same like South Africa, who scored I don't know how many runs against England. They're done, dusted. So
399.
that, yeah, to stop that, like ki, okay, this team is ki isne ye match jeetna hai. I think the break between the innings and 20 like 220 of like two 20 over segment is necessary to keep this game alive. But I don't know what the future, at the
Do you
moment.
know what Sachin Tendulkar suggested?
Yes,
He
kind of.
suggested, yeah, he suggested a test match format for
Hmm.
going. So basically, it would still be a 50 over match,
Hmm.
but it will be, so basically in ODI they play 100 overs, right? So
Correct.
it will still be 100 over match, but 25 overs, and then 25 overs. So 25 overs, one team bats, and then the
Yeah.
second team comes, bats for 25 overs, and
Yeah.
then the third and the second innings, they start from where they left in the first innings. It is not a
Correct.
restart, So अगर 4 wicket गए first inning में, so they will start from
Yeah.
from there. And I think that is quite a brilliant and interesting format. We don't know whether it will be taken, but because it has come from Sachin Tendulkar, the god. याद है? We used to call him the god. भगवान आ रहे खेलने को भगवान.
I still, my son is next room, and he thinks that Virat Kohli is the better player than Tendulkar. I told him that he's a great player under the pressure. He has done a lot of Monday innings. He has done that, but you cannot beat Sachin Tendulkar when it comes to cricket. जो उसने शॉट्स खेले, जो बॉलर्स थे उसके अगेंस्ट, एम्ब्रोस, वॉल्स,
Yeah.
Akram, McGrath, Vaughan, Stain, Donald, De Villiers, you name ballers, man, De Fritters, that Carl Lewis, or Darren Gore, you name ballers, man, against him. You
Yeah.
can only name few ballers against Kohli. So Sachin or Lara, whatever, I know the fight. Lara is from West Indies, so I understand, but even Lara says nobody can replace Sachin, to be honest.
The quality of the fast bowlers at that, in that era, that is not there in the present. I
No.
completely agree. Yeah, that kind of, yeah, there are fast bowlers, but Walker Yunus, you're forgetting Walker Yunus, Wasim Akram,
Yes.
all of that era, and he took everybody on, and he scored massive. So completely agree. Kohli, I think there is only one department where I would kind of give him a little bit of an edge over Sachin, and that is chasing
Correct.
in ODI. He
He
is,
is
yeah, both are equal, but I think Kohli has 28 centuries. 28 centuries. His average is almost 80 plus while chasing. So
no. I actually I was watching him 2 days back against New Zealand game, and Sastri, who was a coach again, he said something about now this all when couple of wickets fell. He was on the air. He said now this situation will become will make him more determined. And I think his X factor is that he becomes so much determined in that period that whatever comes, I will make that, I will win this match. I don't care even if the seven down, eight down. If I am there, I will win the match. I have the game and I will display them who's the boss. And that is what is great about him, that he know what whoever he is, he just go and express themselves, bring it on boss. Same like the match against Pakistan 1 or 2 years back against T20. If I'm there, I will do it. I think he is in that situation. He's a mix of Tendulkar and Dhoni actually, because Dhoni used to finish off in style, like as we all know. But I think in that situation, he takes the determination of Tendulkar, but he takes the flair of Dhoni, and I think he brings both of them together. Do you agree?
Yeah, that is actually I've never seen it that way, but I think you are right. He is a blend of the one of the best finishers in world cricket, Dhoni, and then of course the flair and
Determination.
the
Yeah,
skills of
correct.
Tendulkar. Completely agree.
Yeah,
And this was very what you just said. वो point बहुत ही मतलब जो लास्ट मैच हुआ न्यूजीलैंड के साथ उसमें बहुत ही एप्लीकेबल है क्यों मैं तेको बताता हूँ. What did you think about Surya Kumar's run out? Let me first ask you that. Whose fault was it?
Kohli.
Kohli. It was a run,
Yeah,
you know, and especially the way Kohli runs,
yeah,
that was a simple run actually, right?
correct.
It was a simple run because ball uske wrong side pe gaya, he dived, he fell down, and then he
Yeah,
had to throw. और जो throw आया वो भी middle pitch पे आया. It didn't even come on the
correct,
stumps.
correct.
It came on the middle pitch. So the point here is that yes, it was Kohli's mistake. He did not run. He was watching the fielder. You should always watch the
Yeah,
batsman because
correct.
it is always the batsman call.
Yeah,
He Surya got run out. He went. कोहली के दिमाग में मन में तो उसको मालूम है कि बस ये मिस्टेक मेरा हुआ. अभी यहीं पे देखना है. उसके बाद जडेजा आया. अगर कोई भी होता था ना उसके जगह पे, that incident would be playing on the back of that person's mind in
correct,
a negative way.
correct.
अरे यार मैंने सूर्य कुमार को आउट कर दिया. अरे यार मेरा मिस्टेक. 99.99% that person, whoever other batsman, कोई श्रेयस अय्यर होता था, शुभमन गिल होता था,
Yeah.
राहुल कोई भी था ना, they would have got out themselves. और इतना गाली
नहीं,
मिलता था उन लोग को, but that is where he is different. कोहली, he said, you know, ये हो गया, मिस्टेक मेरा था. अभी तो मैं अपना विकेट नहीं देने वाला. अभी कुछ भी हो जाए, I'm not giving my wicket away. I have to see this home. And he
okay.
exactly did that. You know.
I'll give you two examples today, and you think about it. New Zealand team and the way they treat Indian team. 2019 में उसने टूर किया 2020 में. The moment they landed here, it was a test match, two test matches. They started Raga. Oh, they are world class player. They are this, they are that. Oh, Kohli, this and that. End result: New Zealand beat India 2-0. Thank you very much. Okay, whoever these players are, okay, but they start praising them very high. Next turn came for World Test Championship, same thing. They are world class side, world class player, da da da. What happened? New Zealand has beaten them. Thank you very much. This time, before the match, India is talking about good about New Zealand. They are very good team. They know what to do. Their system is like that. They are great. So from inside, India knew that we're not going to come into their greasing factor anymore. That we are good. No, you are good, and this time we are going to beat you.
Reverse
And that's why
psychology.
from the bowler one bowling, you look at Bumrah face, you look at anybody on that day, they all want to beat that team that day. I tell you, second, there was three instances where we failed. One is Kohli we discussed, one was Bumrah bowling, second is Kuldeep Yadav. He got thrashed by the guy, right? I understand Mitchell, he's a very good bowler. Whenever he comes back next, he actually defeated him in his own game. He was bowling much faster. Couple of time actually he's bowled him, and he didn't read him very well anyway. So that also shows that on that day India actually wanted to beat New Zealand. दो बारी फॉग भी आया, टीम का विकेट भी गिरा, and they were actually playing well, and actually they took the game deep almost to 40th over, to be honest.
Mm.
But but it is all about, who was more determined that day, and actually that team has to win, because your determination comes in your way, and that is what we're talking about. We go back to 20-30 minutes back when we started this conversation, that Australia is one team who are whatever skill levels they are, but उनकी जो determination है वो हमेशा उनको ऊपर लेके जाती है, and they end up winning actually. So actually that's why I fear that it will be a fight of who is more determined to win this World Cup. India is definitely, but how much they will face a team who is in the same way to beat them and say, okay, this cup is ours. So I think that's the end of this, kind of a conversation.
Yeah, I think the for me, India has since 2011, so now almost 12, 13 years.
12 years, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because during Dhoni it was a little bit different, but after that, India hasn't really performed well, on the day,
No,
when the
no,
day
no.
comes. We have done good in bilateral series, we have done good in round robin matches, we have done good in, but when come the day, the only time I can think about is the Asia Cup against Sri Lanka,
Mm,
finals, we did
mm,
Sri Lanka all out 50 runs.
mm.
Unbelievable, great bowling, Mohammad Shirad, give it. But I think India as as a nation, as a country, as a cricket team, come the day, that is where Australia is so great, you know, because they love the big stage. They love the do or die situation. They love it. I think they thrive on it. In our team, there is only Kohli who's like that, who has that mindset.
Correct.
Huh.
Correct. Or maybe bit of a Rohit. So that's why when you see these guys, Shubham Gill, you're talking about, no, and even Rahul, he's a very classy player, but his determination when it takes on the big matching factor, big team. A year, Jadeja will play his game. He doesn't care. Is Australia whatever? He's a too good as a player. But you're right that we need to build this player more into the mindset. When you're playing the big team on a big tournaments, your mindset has to be that I can beat you. I have that A game. See, the way the Kohli thinks, the way Sachin used to think, the way Dhoni used to think, that whoever I am, I have the game to beat you in your own game. Am I right?
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely, and I think I don't even agree with with your statement of Rohit. Rohit, he's amazing, everything, but he's too aggressive. He does not have that calm mind, as Kohli does. Kohli is very अपने हिंदी में वो बहुत मतलब बहुत चालाक है, वो चालाक प्लेयर है, वो चालाक. You know, Rohit is, उसका दो छक्के लगा ना तो he will start hammering, and I think he has gone out so many times when he should not have gone. He
Correct.
has given his wicket away because he was in
Correct.
the flow.
Correct.
I think probably the only player he could have easily got an extra 3 or 4 thousand runs if he had just not thrown his wicket away as Kohli has.
Yeah.
Kohli अपना wicket पे है ना बहुत भाव लगाता है. He gives a lot of prize. है कि मेरा wicket मैं देने नहीं वाला है. Rohit is not that way. So yes, Rohit does not, come under the pressure. I agree. Pressure है तो he likes to give, aggressive with aggressive. वो सब उसका है. But the thing is, he does not have that kind of, brain, that kind of heart, whatever you call it, grit, whatever it is, like Kohli. And that is where they both
Be
are different. Yeah, that is where they
correct.
both
So
are
in this lineup, we have, so when you say that, when you select the team, you select the team which player which will be so much good against any team, right? Kohli automatical selection. Ravindra Jadeja automatically selection. Bumrah automatically selection. Three, right? Pandya selection because he has that, that willingness to do well. No, Khaddu
different.
player.
No,
He
he's
can
the, he's
four.
the X factor. He's the X factor.
Yeah, no, he also that commitment from him, 4, 5, right? So then Rohit as a captain should be number one, but he doesn't come. He comes at number 6 or 7. And I know he's leading, he's a captain because he's X factor. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not. But that's how the game has been played. And I think it's good that Kohli is not captain anymore. That's why he's playing his game. And that's why I bring Ashwin again, that he is also very smart player and is also a player who can play according to the situation and actually help the team. Maybe with the batting, because in the past he has done that. So then if you start looking at that way, Ayer, Sky, Shubham Gill will be your 11, 12, or 13 player. So that's why they are young ones, and we're talking about why they are not playing good or why they're throwing the wicket. So if you look into my analogy, that if you select a team who will be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 player, these players come actually after 9, 10, 11, and 12 number, because they are not that mentally strong to face big teams on a big day. So maybe semi-final. So that's why I want one of those two, the group stage game. And going back to your analogy, they should not play Kohli or actually at all in one or two games in a
Yeah,
big match.
yeah, yeah,
Just don't play him to see how these guys play. Matter finish.
yeah, yeah. But I don't think in right now there is a time to experiment too much.
After
They
England game, if India win England game, I think we
but
should
experiment
we
for what?
should give we should have that team in a mind who can play in any circumstances. I think give Kohli one game break, to be honest, just
Yeah,
to make sure that team can survive without you, and that will give confidence to the team back, that okay, we have won against you. Now when any team comes on semi-final, even bloody Australia, thank you, we will hammer you, man, because now all players are tuned up in a same way that we are going to beat you.
yeah. I
Same
think
like a
I agree with you. I think that
yeah.
our last match with Netherlands. So definitely Kohli and not just because of the confidence factor, but I think also because he needs a break. That guy has been playing non-stop, and you don't want any injury. And there is a lot of tours coming. There's a South Africa tour coming up. It's a full tour: Test match, one day, T20, and then
Yeah.
there is the big England tour of India, where
Yeah.
five Test matches, and
Yes.
then I think then there is Bangladesh, and then there is IPL. So
Yes.
I agree with you. Even with Sri Lanka, if India wins against England,
Correct.
and I'm confident about, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't think it will happen because it's the World Cup. It happens once in 4 years. It's not a bilateral where
Yeah, because they all want to perform, they want to stay in touch, they want to be in the groove, and I think uh, they all want to. I don't. They want to play for records, but that's up to the management, I think. But it's good to give one or two key players a break, man. It's called key. We want to tell the team that he is not playing today. Let's go and win the match without him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I completely agree with you. But I doubt it will happen in the World Cup,
Okay.
especially if this is the last World Cup in ODI ever. I doubt Kohli will
Really.
say, कि, मैं बैठ जाता हूँ. He will want to milk every
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
because there is how
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
matches remaining now?
Four,
Four,
five,
total
six.
six match, six
Yeah.
matches, right? Total
Yeah.
six matches remaining. India will play four more and semis and finals if we go. So total six
Yeah.
matches remaining. Yeah, whatever energy, whatever you have, you're just gonna give it 100% because Kohli will he play the next ODI World Cup if it happens? We don't know, but if yeah, he might because the way he's fit. The young players cannot keep up with him. That is the most pathetic and horrible. Like if you see Shreyas Iyer, Rahul, he said in one interview, I think it was against the कौन सा match था वो? Against the I think against Australia because it was in
Huh,
Chennai. Chennai का
huh,
heat और humid तो खतरनाक है. तो राहुल क्योंकि राहुल had done wicket keeping the whole राहुल आके उसको बोला because it was 3-4-5 right
hmm,
like 5-4-3 तो राहुल आके उसको बोला कि let's save our energy. Let's not run. Let's not convert to ones into
hmm,
twos because we need to stay for long. So let's
hmm,
conserve
hmm.
energy. Because why? Because in Asia Cup, when against Pakistan, it was the same situation. these two, कोहली उसको इतना भगाया, इतना
बहुत
भगाया.
भगा है.
Yes, they both scored century. लेकिन
हाँ.
जो भगाया, I think Rahul was, and वो बेचारा अभी अभी, he's coming from a injury,
Wicket keeping. Yeah.
almost 1 year. तो
Injury.
कोहली ऐसा भगा रहा है उसको, and he's 30 years old, Kohli 35. Rahul already had like 1 year break. He does not play all the format. I mean, yeah. So Kohli, but yeah, six more matches to go. I think they will not want to disturb the
Correct. Winning
the
combination.
combination too much unless there is an injury or something. I
So
also
one
feel
question
Jadeja.
for you.
I also feel.
One question
हाँ बोल.
for you. If Hardik Pandya doesn't fit that well, is it India going to keep the same bowling combination, five bowlers and six batsmen?
If Lucknow, yeah, if Lucknow is a spinning track, like really spinning track,
Ashwin will come.
I would give Siraj a break, and I would
Yes.
get Ashwin. I would give, because
Correct.
Shami abhi hai na wo form mein aaya. He's taken a fiver,
Correct. He
and for
needs a
him,
break. He needs a game. He needs a game.
yeah, he's
Mm,
raring to go.
mm,
So
mm.
if it is a turner, give, because Siraj has been playing non-stop. Asia Games में
Correct.
पूरा खेला है वो,
Correct.
और
Correct.
अभी भी वो 5 गेम खेल रहा है. So I think Siraj will get it. Bumrah obviously can't, because he's the frontline bowler.
Mm,
He just
mm.
came from a long injury, almost a year. So
Correct.
yeah, Bumrah, no way. So I think Bumrah, Kuldeep, because you also have Hardik Pandya. Sorry,
Correct.
no Hardik Pandya. We are saying no Hardik Pandya. So basically, Siraj, Bumrah, Shami, Kuldeep,
And
Ashwin,
Ashwin. Yeah.
and Hardik, right?
Yeah, no, Hardik is not there. So instead of Hardik, so if Hardik is not playing next match, Siraj goes out, Ashwin plays, and then we know after that game that we have tried all the combination, like with Ashwin, Siraj,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bumrah against Australia, with Siraj, Kuldeep, and Pandya. Actually, okay, say if Pandya comes back after a couple of matches, so we now know all the combination. So again, South Africa, whoever the combination plays, I think that combination India will play in semi-final also.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I agree. It will depend a lot on that particular day. And of course, you have to remember there is no injury scare. Yeah, Hardik Pandya, what do you think? Why he keeps getting injured? Like in
He didn't enjoy.
IPL,
He just foot. His foot got his उसको in knee में उसको knee कह रहा हूँ उसको ankle में issue हुआ ना, the way he was trying to stop the ball. But some players are prone to injuries. I'll be going back to our conversation that during Sachin era, when he was playing all those fast bowlers, I don't see any bowlers breaking down at that time. Nowadays, every second year, all the bowlers break down.
exactly.
Sain Afridi break down, Bumrah break down, the Cummings break down, Hazelwood breaking down. Stark actually doesn't break down, to be honest. He's only the one bowler, plus maybe one from England team who doesn't break down much, but they all break down during that time. Akram, Yunis, Magra, Gillespie, Ambrose, Walls, Donald, De Villiers, you name
What
any
do you
bowlers,
think
they're
is the
playing
reason?
100 matches.
What do you think is the reason? I think it is because, not because of playing. These guys, 99% of their injuries are happening in the gym. Have you seen? I have seen some of these guys' videos online. Yeah, could be some on Instagram, YouTube. The kind of workout they are doing. Yeah, you do
Too much,
workout,
too
but
much, too much, too much, too much,
with the weights, like sitting,
too much,
जैसे को Olympic में होता है ना, weightlifting.
too much.
Like, it is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
What are you trying to do? Most of the injuries, okay, Hardik Pandya, we were able to see on field, usko gira wo laga gaya. But all the others, suddenly, we come to know, kya ho gaya? Hamstring injury, back injury, yeah, surgery.
No, gym,
Boss,
gym.
you are not a weightlifter. You are a
Correct.
cricketer. Your body needs a little bit of fat. तू कभी
Fat.
कभी देखा है पहलवान को बॉलिंग करते हुए? यू थिंक वो आता है ना
Mm,
तगड़ा पहलवान, ऐसा
mm,
आर्म ऐसा, वो बॉलिंग कर पाएगा फास्ट बॉलिंग? उससे
mm.
होएगा ही नहीं, उसका बॉडी वैसा है ही नहीं. यू नो इफ यू सी, एवरी स्पोर्ट, इफ यू सी बैडमिंटन प्लेयर, they are super skinny, like, table tennis player, they are like, so every sport has a different level of body structure, different
Correct.
level of fitness required.
Yeah.
So these guys are trying to, I don't know, they are trying to
To be a
be like
footballer, buying a wrestler or
footballer.
boxer.
Exactly.
अरे
Huh.
वो छोड़. I'll pick you five players. Dennis Lilly, Kapil Dev, Richard Hadley, Vivian Richards. You bring those players and playing in the current World Cup, they will beat all these guys in fitness level any day. Am I right?
Eh, why?
भगा भगा के,
I
और वो
would
लोग
say
जिम
all
नहीं
of the
जाते थे.
time before.
वो लोग जिम नहीं जाते थे, समझ गया. उन लोगों का नेचुरल फिटनेस लेवल था. वो बॉथम का, इमरान खान का, रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट, स्लाइड मारना इन ड्यूरिंग दोस टाइम्स. लिली, ठीक है, 20 ओवर करा ले, 25 करा ले, कम 10 स्टिल 140. नॉट जिम बिकॉज, बट दे यूज टू, बिकॉज दे रन आउटसाइड. They are from, athletic body. They're like that. Gym is great for you to for 3 days a week to make sure that your body stays in shape, but your muscle needs rest. And that's why what happened, their muscles are so tight, any suddenly thing happen, impact, injured, because torn, because
Yeah.
muscle tight hai, your body is not relaxed, correct. Muscle
Correct.
tight hai,
Because
break ho gayi.
भाई क्रिकेट का जो स्पोर्ट है या जिम तुम करो, लेकिन तू जाके देख, जस्ट गो ऑन यूट्यूब और जस्ट, अरे उनका वो ट्रेन, मैं भी जिम करता हूँ, मेरे को मालूम है. आई एम लुकिंग एट दिस गाइस कि भाई ये तुम क्या कर रहे हो. विराट कोहली का ये ना है, वो ऐसा स्क्वाट करता है वेट लेके, स्क्वाट, एंड देन ही
Uh,
पिक्स अप, एंड देन
uh,
पिक्स अप, एंड देन
yeah.
भाई ये चल तू कर रहा है, तू सुपर फिट है, लेकिन वही एक्सरसाइज अगर शामी या हार्दिक पांड्या
नहीं,
करने जाएगा, वो तो
नहीं.
टूटने वाला है. राहुल कर इफ राहुल डज दैट ही विल ब्रेक डाउन. अरे तेरा कैमरा ये हो गया, कैमरा को बराबर रख.
हाँ,
हाँ
सॉरी, हाँ.
हाँ हाँ. तो
तो
यू नो
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना कि द फिलॉसफी इज लिटिल बिट नॉट राइट विद एवरीबडी डूइंग इट एज पर देयर रोल. दे नीड टू हैव द जिम की regime. The more Pandya run outside on the field, the more he will go up the hill, down the hill, will increase his like body, sorry, leg का जो पीछे का एंकल है, और जिम में उसका शोल्डर स्ट्रांग हो सकता है, दैट्स फाइन. बट दीज, so they need to know that we cannot be like a robot, like gym run exercise. No. अभी एक गेम में देखना, one fielder doesn't get a ball for three overs. Or if a bowler is bowling after 5 overs, okay, then his workout is done, but then he goes and then he plays, or he runs to field the ball. Batsman, after half the inning, first two batsmen play the role. तीसरे batsman को ना भागना पड़ा ना दौड़ना पड़ा. So the game is like that. So they need to understand, they have to be physically fit on in stages, so they can play for 2 hours, 3 hours, or
yeah,
sometimes not. So not like a 90 minutes football game or say rugby game, where my god, like that, then you need those gymming thingy, then you need to be fit, because 90 minutes, imagine a rugby game, you're down, up again, let's fight it out, down again, let's fight it out. This game is not like that.
correct, and it's a long game.
Yes.
Test match goes on for 5 days.
Mental
उसमें
toughness.
उसमें two, almost like 8 hours in a day, you are in the field for 2 days, sometimes 3 days, non-stop. You are in the field, constantly in the heat from morning 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock. So the fitness level required, if you are doing that kind of intense gym exercises, and then you are going to come on the field in that heat, and you're going to stand there
Problem.
and run and dive and bowl and bat and do all sorts
Correct.
of things for eight
Correct.
hours your body's going to break down, boss.
Correct.
It's going to.
And also with this, I think there's a perfect analogy about you. They're spending too much time on the gym. Instead of that 1 or 2 hours, if they practice for net practice, say for batsmen, a fielder to field the ball or catch the ball, or bowler to bowl more, their basics will become more strong. They will be a better player. That's why we in modern generation we are not getting players who are good at basics, because they spend time on their fitness in the gym a lot. Rather go on the nets, keep on bowling, keep on batting, keep on bowling, keep on batting. That is still sweating out. That is still they're sweating out, but they don't get that point. Correct?
You, I completely agree that yes, they have to do the exercise. Very important to because whatever exercise you put in outside, it will help you on the field. I get that, but you have to do the right exercises. I'm not an expert, so I can't tell you what exercise. But man, the some of the shots I have seen on online about what they do, and they are very proudly posting it. And then after 3 months, he's got a niggle. He's got a back problem. Going for back surgery to London. What happened? Hamstring pull, this pull, that pull. Sachin Tendulkar, he played for 25 years. He got only once he had tennis elbow.
Correct.
And even during tennis elbow, he used to wear that. And half of this, when he was still playing. He was
Yeah.
still playing. I think then finally when it became too much, I think he took a break for 2-3 months
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
went and did a
Yes.
surgery,
6 months.
right?
Yeah. 6 months plus. Yes.
Months break. In his 25 years of career, that guy took, but he played through even with the tennis elbow. This
Yeah.
guy, thoda nigal aa gaya,
Break.
6 months break.
Yeah. Rohit
Thing is,
break. Cummins break. There's
you,
a lot of Stokes break. I don't know. You look at even Kapil Dev, 125 matches he played. He did not miss a single match. His fitness level was so good. Hadley, how many matches he played, he was so athletic. Even that guy, Dennis Lilly. So you take all this, even Magra, man, Shane Warne. So, okay, Shane Warne has taken a break because of drugs. He has couple of times banned, he was banned. But Magra, yeah, he has actually couple of times injured, but not that way. But still, long race horse, even Ambrose, Walsh, man, these ballers were so fit, and they used to ball 145, 140. Nowadays they do gymming after two spell of 140. Whoa,
I,
hello.
I completely agree with you. So most of the time they go off the field, take a break. I think go and lie down, get a massage, and then they come back. Or sometimes they just go off the field and just come to bat directly. So I agree with you. Yeah, I think the gym is the real killer. I don't know. I'm not an expert, so I don't know what is happening in the dressing room. But we can only
No, the
give our opinion
mentality,
as
they want to save the player. Like in Chennai matches, they were bringing chairs for the David Warner and Steven Smith, right? Dean Jones have scored a double hundred by vomiting in that humidity 20 years back. There was no chase, not they even I think used to give him only lemon water or water. Nowadays the amount of drinks you drink, the electrolytes they give you so much of dietary plan, but they're still in the heat. It's too hot. Those are the players, man. They were so hardened up. They know what to do. Correct?
correct, 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 correct. I agree. Yeah. So, yeah, overall, this, yes. And the other thing, they are playing too many matches also. Yes. Like, compared to before, there used to be, they were not playing so many IPLs. Abhi to IPL to hai, but then there is like other 100 other leagues. Canada mein league hai. Every country ka apna apna league hai. And
No,
most of
no,
the
but
players,
no, but not every player is doing that.
not
I
every
think,
player is
I
doing
think, I think. It's just that too much of cricket been playing all over the world. We think that every player is busy. It's not like that. It's just that there is too much of management being thrown onto them by the board or by their managers, that you are going to play this, you're not going to do that, you're not going to do that, you're going to do this. If you are good enough, play 8 years of cricket, play every game. But if you think I'm not able to play anymore, then you say thank you, then the next guy will play.
but
But
you see, traditionally, Anurag, if you see in India,
yeah,
the month of April, May, June is actually a cricket break. If you see before,
correct, correct.
yeah, because of the summer,
Yeah,
no team was touring India, and India might go, but again, where they would go, because in
No, nowhere.
Australia it is winter,
Correct.
England it is winter,
Yeah.
and of course Asia it is bloody hot. So
Yeah.
you traditionally from March, March the cricketing season ends,
Correct.
and then
Correct.
right, and then March, April, May, June, and then June there is rain. So there is no cricket in India or
Correct.
Asian continent, right? So there we would have a tour in England in June because the
Yeah.
summer
Yeah.
starts over there.
Yeah. All West Indies.
Yeah. So yes, IPL has changed that, because now in IPL, it is, it's a night game, and the entire March, April, and IPL is bloody intense. It is so intense.
It is intent.
Practically each team is playing each other like two times or three times. I
Yeah.
don't know. And there
Two
is
times.
like
Two
100
times.
matches.
One
Two
home game, one
yeah.
home game and one outside game. Yeah.
So two games. So there is like a total of some, ridiculous 100 games or something. And
Yeah.
constant traveling, constant playing. And then you are doing gym.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then immediately वो खत्म हुआ तो तुम्हारा tour शुरू हो गया. The international tour starts. Go to West Indies or England or Australia, that or bilateral or something starts. So yes, I do agree that they need a break, but yeah, they're having bodies, and that is why they're all getting niggles, and they're all getting sick or getting injured, because I think the gym is too much. They need to it's
I
a
don't think I don't know. A
uh,
lot of people will be agree, sorry, with you and me talking about this that they're doing too much gym. But logically, I personally feel we are right. It's that the modern way is very different or what we think. But I hope that they listen to our conversation and think about it, that we are actually the our game is not like a gym player game. Our game is more of a athletic kind of a game. Let's do our body toned up with outside, more outdoor, rather than be, doing weightlifting and all of that. So I think that may help to have less injury breaks, to be honest.
Yeah, you need to make your bowling muscles stronger. You need to make your batting muscles stronger. But so those kind of exercises, again, we are not experts, so we don't really know what we can only comment on what we are seeing online. But yeah, the constant injuries that are happening, that is something the Indian team, or I think most of the other teams, they have to look at, because I think everybody's doing it, not
So
just
what
not
is
just
your
India.
so what is your opinion on who's the second best team after India here?
Right now, New Zealand. Right now on book, I
Why
mean,
is that?
you saw the match, na? You saw that match. क्या था वो match? I mean, first time
No, but
Indian
why is
team,
that? I saw the match, but why is that? Why they are good also same like India? Why is that?
because they have more all rounders, and their fielding is next level. So these two
Correct.
really, really, and also the third thing is same like India. All their batsmen and bowlers have hit form. Sometimes some of the players, they go into a particular series or tournament, and they are out of form, and that is something that cannot be helped. Like for example, Babar Azam, he's out of form, that poor fellow. He's a legend, he's great, I love Babar Azam, लेकिन वो बंदे का लग ही नहीं रहा है. He's तो क्या करेगा वो, he's come, तो उसका bad luck है. It is
नहीं,
not his.
न्यूजीलैंड का एक मैं इस आई लिव इन दिस country. There is three sports they play here. Rugby is the topmost. Then second is cricket, and then third is netball, which is played by the girls. Right? You take any World Cup, and they all three have a World Cups. They go to semi-final or final in all these three World Cups: Rugby World Cups, Cricket World Cups, and Netball World Cup. So Dels tells you the amount of that mental strong strength they have, that how they tone up, in
Yeah,
their game, that they raise the game and they tell the team, okay, you are actually going to that level. And that's why, even compared to cricket where they have a less pool of like skillful players, but they still make it. Like they're making World Cup semifinals. 99, 2003 they were like top, that top six. Then in 11 also actually they were in final. Sorry, semi-final, which was Sri Lanka beat them, right? In 15 they reached final. Australia beat them.
They've never
In
won, right?
2019, yes.
They've
In
never won.
2019, they beat final and they won. We know about that final, right?
Yeah,
Here they're playing in India and we're talking about New Zealand may reach in final already. They're already in final of rugby, right? So they are actually way the nation itself, they really train them, not train them, the way the structure is, they actually bring their A game and their fitness, their athleticism. Even they have less skills, like say Kohli or not like Sachin or Babar or the Stokes or Cummings or anyway you will take these names. No, but collectively they bring that as a team spirit, that okay, we will save the runs. Like against
yeah.
India, their fielding was so good they might have saved 30 runs. Correct?
Oh, and especially that guy, what Philip guy, that Philip guy.
Philip Sandner, Philip
Philip
Sandner,
was
train
especially
ball,
in that match.
Henry. Yeah,
Especially in that match, India, Philip, that guy saved like 20 runs. Otherwise, the match would have been over at least, three, four
correct.
overs before.
Yeah.
He himself in that cover position saved at least four boundaries. Four boundaries he himself saved. I'm not talking about the other players. And four boundaries means how many runs? 16 runs he himself
16
saved.
runs.
The other guys, must have saved another two or three. So 30 runs almost saved by just because of fielding. तो क्या बोल रहा है यार?
They, they take
Cricket
the
is a team
fielding
sport.
separately.
Cricket
No,
is a
they
team
in
sport.
India also has very good with fitness. Indian fielding is great nowadays. I'm not saying that, but
Not
in that
really.
match,
Not
in match, no,
really.
no, it is true. It is true. Much better. Ravin Jadeja has dropped the catch which he doesn't drop, right? And Bumrah also dropped the catch of Mitchell. Imagine if those two catches been taken, Kiwi is not scoring more than 220. So definitely India has an edge on them. I understand, but still saying that New Zealand has the team which actually can do much better even what they are doing. So I think this defeat will do good on them to understand who they are, and I think that might go against them also, that if India can beat New Zealand, Australia might think okay, we can beat them. South Africa think we can beat them. England think we can also beat them. But anyway, this is World Cup. If Kiwis are good, they are so good, which they are, they should able to beat all these three teams actually.
No, they have lot of players in form, and lot of players who will take the responsibility, and lot of players who have proved themselves. India does not have that, and that's what the whole conversation is. We are too heavily dependent on Kohli
On
and
correct,
Rohit.
correct.
And actually, if you see India's history, it has always been kind of like that only. We have always been dependent on one or two players to take us through.
Yeah,
And that is how we have literally gone. And the reason we won the 2011 World Cup is because we were not dependent just on one player. You know, we had Dhoni, Yuvraj, Kev, Gambhir, and of course Tendulkar was there, Kohli. So there were a lot of players like New Zealand who were in form and who are doing well. So cricket is a team sport. The team that will win the World Cup is going to be a team which is playing as a team. And if India is just depending on Rohit and Kohli to
correct. It's a
take them
tough one.
through, we will be exposed. Don't think that we are going to be lucky for all the 11 games. No. You know,
Also, you are forgetting both the cups won by India in 83 and 2011. The man of this series was their all-rounder, Mohindra Manath and Yuvraj Singh.
yeah.
And you do not have any of those two in this current team who can outshine and say, okay, I will bat better and ball better than anybody. Hardik, we thought so, but he's got injured. So you're right. So other teams may do have those players like Santner, like who else? I don't know about Australia. Maxwell, they were talking about no more anymore. South Africa, maybe couple of players. So well, looks like It's going to be a World Cup where top six batters played well, game end, or five bowlers who bowled well, games ends, matter finish.
Correct. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But the thing is, out of those 11 players, at least eight or nine have to fire. They
Five
have to fire. Yeah. You can't just be, and that is the problem that with India that I say. I think India's bowling is sorted. I don't really have, much.
batting, batting, batting,
It is the
batting,
batting, you know, the last five games, Kohli and Rohit have literally, you know,
and
spoon
Rahul,
feeding.
and
It's
Rahul.
like, it's like spoon feeding. They've just
Yeah,
taken
yeah,
the kids
yeah.
along with them. You know, mostly Rohit because he has just blasted away. He has got lucky. But I've seen slight change in Rohit's batting this time around.
Yes.
Since he became captain, his attitude was we are going to put the pressure back on the bowler. मतलब bowler को देना है खत्म, right?
Uh,
And he was going bang, 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 and he was getting out. He was making 10, 15, 10, 15. Once, twice he got
mm,
lucky. But
mm.
usually, if you see this time, single ball,
No, no,
you know,
he's not hitting. He's
he's defending also. And yes, last match he did get out, hitting, his one of his favorite hooks. But yeah, generally he has been, this last few
try
matches he's
करना.
been
Both
controlling.
हो गई 2 मिनट.
He's
It's
been
just
he's
my
been he's been your son,
no,
your
my
son,
daughter now.
your daughter.
Daughter,
They want your attention.
yes. So
Yeah.
I will going to spend time with them.
Yeah.
I think we have to
Yeah,
sum
just
up this
summarize. Let's
conversation.
summarize.
Three three games, big games. New Zealand, Australia, India, South Africa, and New Zealand, South Africa will decide this World Cup. How India going to perform and how they are going to perform among themselves. So who can be in the final? Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Only three
Absolutely.
games. We will tell this. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.